So in this exercise, we are going to be working on the muscles between our shoulder blades and the upper thoracic, right below our neck. And then we're also going to be working on loosening up our chest muscles. And then we're also going to be working on the core and upper pelvic area right in here. As these are all tied together, these are all have to do with maintaining posture. Now, one thing that you are going to need is a rolled up towel, just like so. And you can put it in a pillowcase just to keep it together, rolled up like this. And then you're going to have this laying down underneath the middle of your back. Your neck is going to be right here. So this should be about your tailbone. And so we're going to be using this to lift the middle of our back up a little bit so that our shoulders fall down into the correct posture position. So once again, these exercises are going to be very subtle. So hopefully you can see what's going on here. So let me give a little bit of a description. We're going to first lay our arms along our side with our shoulders pushed down as far as possible. And then that towel that is underneath the spine of our back should be pushing up just a little bit. And the reason for this is because laying in the bed, your body's actually sinking down into the bed and promoting that curvature that we're trying to get rid of. And so we don't want to do that. And I would highly suggest on all the back exercises that I've provided so far that you start using this towel. And then I would also suggest, if you're laying in your bed resting, using this towel as well to not be promoting, this movement. I'm exaggerating, of course, but we're rolling our shoulders, and that's exactly what we don't want to do. So what we're going to do to start out here is we're going to put our arms above our head here, and then we're going to tuck our pelvic in as flat as possible here. And then we're going to start pushing our shoulders down into the bed, flexing those muscles between our shoulder blades. Now, only push and flex as much as you can before you start activating your neck muscles along the side here. Any scalenes, any of the muscles along your neck, stop right as you start to activate those. You do not want to activate these muscles at all. All we are working on is for the muscles between the shoulder blades down here that are going to hold your shoulders back when you're holding that proper position and posture. So once again, your hands are going to be behind your head here, and you're just going to be squeezing those muscles back there. And the reason why this is important to do this with your hands overhead is you're stretching your rib cage and helping, because of our poor posture, our rib cage is rolled down. And so we're used to being in this position. And so our muscles are tight, holding on to trying to hold us in this position. And so we want to, with our breathing exercises, we've already been starting to relax muscles around here. So we want to purposely start strengthening around the rib cage and loosening and strengthening these muscles as we are holding our best posture. So the next exercise is going to be laying your hands across your sternum right here underneath your chest, and you're going to start pushing your chest up to full extension. You should feel a tight squeeze between your shoulder blades, and you're pushing those shoulders into the bed. And you're noticing you're getting more of a range of motion because you have that towel laying underneath your spine there. And so you can flex, hold that, and then relax, and then go again, and then keep going again. So the next progression to this exercise is to have your hands laying here on your chest. Push your chest out so you're in great posture, upper body. But now we need to engage the core. So now you're going to rock your hips and engage your core. And then you're going to take a couple deep diaphragmatic breaths. So you're going to inhale, so your stomach's going to come out. You're going to go. So remember, you're going to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. So this next time, we're going to, when we exhale, we're going to hold that stomach down here as flat as possible for as long as we can. And then we're going to start doing some pelvic thrusting while we are holding that breath and have the core engaged. So you're going to inhale. So you're going to rock that pelvic up, and let's just do it 10 times. So not only does this work the psoas muscle down here, but this exercise, and because the elevation of the towel along our middle back, we're actually getting action along our back clear up to about the top of our stomach, which is fantastic because it means that we're getting all the muscles up to the lumbar and to the lower thoracic. We're engaging those, which is a fantastic exercise, and you're really engaging that whole entire core right to where it ties into the middle of your back. And you might get some spasms down here in your groin. You might even get some sharp spasms and pains behind your shoulder blades. And if you do that, then just relax everything, move what you got to move around to get the spasms to stop, and then continue again. So let me show you this one more time. So you're going to inhale, exhale, and so you're really tucking, like you have tightened this up as absolutely as tight as you can while you're rocking your hips back and forth. And you are definitely going to get some action in here, and this is going to be a very powerful exercise of really starting to be the stable base of your posture that you're working on up here, with especially, once again, we're pushing our chest out and starting to work those muscles between our shoulder blades, because we need them to start tightening out. Right now they're rounded. They're rounded and they're allowing the chest to have to be pinched and tight right here. We don't want that. We want these muscles to be shortened, strengthened, and tightened between our shoulder blades so that it allows our chest to relax. So one last thing on the chest that you can do before or after this exercise is just work your fingers along here in your chest, and any knots that you feel, any hard spots, just rub them pretty firmly. Just rub them and get those muscles to get some blood flow at least, and they'll start relaxing some. And if you do this, on a frequent basis, it's going to help break down these tight muscles, get the blood flow going, and help them relax as well, because this is where you're getting your tight pecs, your pec releases. Well, right now you're doing a pec release without doing surgery. And eventually, when your posture and your muscles between your shoulders start holding these shoulders back like they're supposed to, and your posture is solid here, your pec muscles will not be needing to work like they have been this whole time.